You're watching a video on weather stripping as part of the Home Energy Loss Prevention Services HELPS Educational Energy Efficiency Series, brought to you by your local municipal utility and Massachusetts Municipal Wholesale Electric Company, MWEC.
One of the things I want to point out here, we're standing in still in the basement at a door that leads out to the garage space. So anytime there's any opening between the inside and the out, we want to check it to make sure that it's appropriately weather stripped. As we can see, this has a gasket that goes around the edge of this door, along the top side of it, as well as down this side of it. And weather stripping is very important when it comes to doors. And I believe the calculation is if there's a 1/8 of an inch gap around the doorway, so if we go around the whole doorway and there's 1/8 of an inch gap, it's almost the equivalent when you do the math on it of having approximately a 2-inch hole in your door. So that's why weather stripping can be important. Now, one of the things I also look for and discuss with the homeowner is, how this weather stripping is working. Do they feel anything? Because there's also, we have enough space here, we could actually put another piece of weather stripping on here that would also add another layer of weather stripping that helps if the door isn't closing as well as it should. But this thing looks to appear to be appropriately weather stripped. We've got an insulated door on here, which is also good. It's something that's generally suggested in all new homes. And one of the other things I kind of always look for is myself is just to see if there's any light or air that we can see moving around the door itself. But this door looks to be fine. So a couple of things I want to talk about in this space here. We're standing by the front door. We've got a front door with glass on it, and we've got 2 side panels that also have glass on it. So this is going to tend to make this area a little bit colder because we have this glass here. The other thing that goes on, we've got a very high ceiling here. We've probably got 16 to 20 feet height in this particular area. So this can become a concern for folks who think they've got drafts going on in their home. And again, there could be some areas where there may be some leakage around the door frame and stuff like that. But ordinarily what goes on here, if there's a temperature differential between up and down, again, you've got those convective currents moving within your home. There's 1 degree temperature differential between spaces that's going to create air movement. So generally in homes of this size and this type of design where you have a front door and a stairwell that goes right upstairs with the high ceiling, I generally get concerns from homeowners that they're feeling drafts. Now I would look around this area here, and in the basement I would pay particular attention where we're talking about down in the boiler room, where that sill plate or rim joist could be located, and then I'd be looking at weather stripping around the door frame as well as caulking around this frame as well. But in looking at this particular door here, we can see that it's pretty well weather stripped. It's got the weather stripping going around the edges. We've got an insulated door here as well. One of the things I had mentioned downstairs that I'll just illustrate in this door here, sometimes I'll go into a home and the door may not have a great fit. So there's another piece of weather stripping you can add onto a door. And this would go on this edge here, so that adds another compression fitting for the door when it closes, so it can stop some air from coming in. And often in older homes, sometimes you get the doors that are not plumb any longer, and this can go a long way to help in stopping that air from coming in. Because changing a door out per se is not a great energy-saving measure. They take a fairly long time to pay for themselves, unless there's some really large cracks or gaps around the door that can't be taken care of as a result of weather stripping.
Thank you for watching this video on weather stripping. To schedule your free home energy audit, please call 888-333-7525 and visit munihelps.org for more information on rebates.